With 4 weeks left before the primary, Republican presidential candidate John Kasich was in Hershey on Friday for a town hall event signifying the unofficial start of Pennsylvania's election season. Kasich is hoping to mount a come-from-behind win in Pennsylvania, his home state, and to force a contested convention in Cleveland later this year.
Against Hillary Clinton nationally, he beats her on average by 7 points. Donald Trump loses by 11. Ted Cruz loses by 4 or 5. When you look at the states, John Kasich beats Hillary Clinton by 20 points in Ohio, 13 in Pennsylvania, 10 in New Hampshire, 1 in Wisconsin. You win those 4 states, the game's over.
In speaking to voters Friday, Kasich billed himself as a moderate and an alternative to frontrunner Donald Trump, saying that while he understood the working class support for Trump, he believed himself to be the only candidate who could unite the country and Washington.
Of those voters, and I mean, I know a lot of them love Trump. They're not Trump voters. They're just people who have the same concerns, which is, you know, look, my job, I don't know what's going to happen with it. I'm 52 years old, and I don't know what will happen to me. I haven't had a wage increase for years, and the rich are getting richer. And my father used to say, I used to say, Dad, what do you think of the rich? He said, Johnny, we don't hate the rich, we just want to be the rich. You can't divide people on the basis of their faith. You cannot say, for example, if I don't get picked at the convention, we may have riots. This is bizarre. Conservative principles, balanced budgets, less taxes, common sense regulations, but we need to make sure that everybody in the country has a sense that they will have an opportunity to rise. That's what I learned in the Keys Rocks. Nobody hands you anything. They hand you an opportunity to become whatever it is you want to.
Attendees like Owen Williams of Lancaster County said they believed Kasich to be the Republican Party's best shot at beating the Democrats in November.
Why is he your favorite?
I believe he's able to work with both parties, and unlike the other two in the race right now, I don't think they can really moderate and help the country by signing legislation that will benefit us all instead of just one party. I believe Kasich can work with both parties.
So you think he's the best shot in November?
He has the best shot. He's beating Hillary significantly, and in some polls he's beating Bernie, and the other two candidates aren't really close in that aspect, so yes, he does have the best shot.
So what brought you here today?
I wanted to see John Kasich. He seems like he's the most reasonable of any of the Republican candidates. He is above board with his remarks. He does not, he takes the high road. And I don't like all the groveling and mudslinging and everything else that's going on with the other two candidates. He seems like he's able to work with both sides of the aisle. He has proven that in the past. He's done a good job in Ohio. And so I thought I'll come and see him. I had an opportunity to get tickets. It was worked out.
Others said they were concerned that Kasich may be too focused on uniting a Washington with no interest in uniting itself, or that he may be unequipped or too timid to stand up to the most resistant party interests.
At this point, I would say I'm leaning towards either Kasich or Clinton. To be quite honest, I like Kasich more. He is a consensus guy. He's a good guy. But what concerns me, and what was part of my question, is can I in good conscience vote for this guy, given the fact that there's probably going to be a Republican Congress who contains people such as Ted Cruz and these, for lack of a better word, extremist people who do not wish to have anything done unless it's exactly
what he does to me is he brings an element of the Reagan Republicans back, which I of course grew up under and loved, but he also, his ability just to bring people together. I mean, everybody in there saw how engaging he was, and it wasn't insulting, it wasn't in your face, it was humorous, it was more relating to the people I think that were in the crowd. The thing about Trump that I love is the fact that everybody says that he says what he is what he is. You know, his life's been in the tabloids since the 80s. He is what he is. There's no backing down from any of that. I kind of agree with what some people say, that maybe Kasich would be a little bit too influenced by some of the establishment people and all that. And that's not all necessarily a bad thing. I think there has to be some give and take with this whole establishment, non-establishment battle. but his ability to pull people together. And look, the party's going to need that no matter what. They need somebody who's going to be there, whether they win or lose in November. They need somebody who's going to be there at some point to bring everybody back together, because if they lose this, they're going to have to unite and go after it in 2020.
Inside the town hall, meanwhile, support for Kasich was unambiguous, and his base clearly energized about his prospects.
If you do not win Pennsylvania this month, it is not your fault. It will be our fault, because like the present president, we have the telephone and we have a pen, and it's our job to get this gentleman winning Pennsylvania this month.